Yo, what's going on, Tank Teddy? I hope you're all super well. I'm sitting here in the shade. There's my car. It is so hot. I've just put sunscreen on. As you guys know, there's 3 things that are certain in life: taxes, death, and me getting sunburned. I just don't think there'd be a world if I didn't get sunburned. So I'm letting the sunscreen sink in a little, because if I go out right now, I'm just gonna sweat. Then the sunscreen goes in your eyes and that absolutely sucks. Now, I was like 2 minutes too late, because the goal that I want to use just got taken, which is really annoying. So we're gonna have to go use a different goal, which isn't as good. It just means a little bit more running to get the balls. But hey, I need to get this stuff done. I need to be working. That's why we're down here. So we're gonna get to work. Let's get out on the field. It is so hot. All right, I'm telling you, it is so hot out here. The goal's being taken right now. So I think to start off with, we're gonna be doing a little bit of dribbling out in the sun. We'll do the set, have a little rest in the shade, do the set, a little rest in the shade, and then go from there. It's not gonna be easy. It's gonna be a tough sort of dribbling sesh into a sort of dribble shot when eventually the goal is free. So I think that's gonna be the plan. Extremely hot day. Some of you guys might not like going out on a hot day in training. I'm not the biggest fan. But you just gotta put your head down, get to work, that's all it is. Some people say, Sheldon, how do you motivate yourself to get out and train? Well, you just get out and do it, don't you? If you wanna become a pro, if you wanna get to the top of football, these are the sort of things you gotta do. So, session time. Far out. Those guys have just left. I had a little chat with them. They were asking about me and what I'm doing, which is really cool. Respect to them, out here having a kick. It is so hot. I guess I'm just not used to it. I love the English weather. I love playing in that sort of cool environment, as you guys know. So to come in this and have to perform differently is something I'm going to have to adjust to. It's another challenge that I have to face, and some of you may think it's minor, but when you're so used to playing in like snow and freezing cold weather, it's a completely different situation when you're playing in this humid, not so nice temperature. It just means I need to keep working. I need to get out in this as much as possible, because from what I've heard, it's only rumors. Usually what happens is if we play on a Sunday, if I sign for an MPL 1 team, they usually play on a Sunday at 7 PM, but apparently it's changing this year, so they'll play at 1 PM. And if I'm playing at 1 PM, that's gonna be hot, so I need to be used to this sort of weather. So it's not fun, it's not nice, but we gotta do it. So, bit of shooting. I'm gonna keep the intensity a little bit lower. It is so annoying not having someone here, but we're gonna do it by ourselves. We always do. It's been a little bit annoying the last couple of days. No one's been here. Everyone's just leaving me. So, shooting, let's do it. I don't know what it is. You guys saw I was limping during the shooting, and I didn't feel it while I was doing the dribbling at all. I don't know. I don't know. That actually really hurt. It wasn't just a sudden pain. I've kind of had this for a while now, and look, let's say if it's a trial, if it's a team training session, if it's a game in the 80th minute, I'll keep going 100%. I don't think it's incredibly bad, but at the same time, this is very much very close to the same injury that Pat had. Now, Pat was out for, I don't know, it was unfortunate. I think it was like 6-8 weeks. And look, that wasn't the absolute end of the world for him because he had already signed for a team. But for me, if I'm out for 6 to 8 weeks, that's tough. So I'm thinking I rest it. Like I said, I don't think it's incredibly bad. I haven't felt it in a while. I think it could have something to do with sort of the pitch and the heat. It is so hot out there that my feet are like a sauna, and I'm wearing these socks which have, it's like true socks. I feel like they're keeping the heat inside, so that could have something to do with it, because it was fine when I was doing all the turning in there, and as soon as I stepped out on the hot pitch, that seemed to somewhat trigger it, I guess. I don't know, maybe I'll take back what I said before about training on the hot days. It's just not as effective, and if it's causing things like that or anything else, then it's not good, is it? You gotta wake up earlier. But I want to get the heat. I don't know, it's a bit of a trade-off, isn't it? So yeah, like I said, I think I just need to rest it. I'll still go to the gym, I'll still do the other stuff. We'll go to the park tomorrow and see how it is. But I just can't be risking myself right now. For what? For a little bit of shooting, yes, I do want to work on it, but I think I'm going to lose more than I would actually gain if I did the session. So it's just about smart training. Smart, know your body, know how it works, know what it can and can't do. So yeah, frustrating. I'm sure we've all been there where you want to train, you want to do that extra work, but sometimes there's things that limit you and you just got to be smart about it. Oh well, like I said, it's not incredibly bad. It's just smart. Sitting down with Dad, watching a bit of cricket. You love your cricket, don't you, mate? Yeah. I trained this morning, a little bit hot, and hurt my foot a little bit. What are your thoughts? Training in the heat, that sort of thing. Do you think it could have stimulated that sort of injury in my foot?
Probably not.
Right.
Look, maybe through distraction, because when it's hot your brain doesn't work as well, but I don't think it would actually do an injury like that. Okay. When I was a kid playing rugby league, which half your viewers won't know what that is.
Rugby, yeah.
Rugby, mate. We used to do our pre-season, our school pre-season in February, March. Yeah. And we always did our pre-season at 6 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. So we'd go down there before breakfast because it was just too hot. Right, okay, so I said that I prefer to do it at this sort of time because I'll be playing and, you know, playing in the heat. Do you think that's wise, or do you think it's better to... Look, you could argue it both ways. The reality is you'll probably... I mean, based on the last 10 years... You'll probably play 2 or 3 games when it's really hot. Yeah. But the rest of them won't be really hot, and especially if you're playing in the men's team. I heard they were going to change till 1 PM though, so that's why I've kind of... Well, it's really difficult. I mean, there's 2 extremes here. One of them is that if you train and it's too hot, have you heard about those marathon runners that run marathons in the heat and basically their muscles melt? Yeah. And they can never, it's not just fatigue, it destroys your body. Well, effectively for a football player, you just don't get as much out of the session. So, well, that's true, you don't get as much out of the session, but then if you train in the cold all the time, like teams that play away games where it's really hot. I mean, in Australia, again, in rugby league, you can be training in Melbourne where it's really cold. Yeah. And then go up to the tropics in Townsville and play a game. Yeah, they have an enormous home ground advantage. It's about finding that balance, I guess. It's difficult. But I think once it gets over 30, you shouldn't be trying to push yourself too hard in the heat. And the recovery time is the problem. You can probably do it. Yeah, something to think about. So we'll be taking that into account the next few sessions. But because I didn't get as much out of the session as I wanted today, I'm going to go do some game analysis. Yeah, maybe the thing when it's hot is to train more often for less amounts of time. Possibly. We'll see, we'll see. Before I get into the match analysis, we got lunch here, pasta bolognese with some cheese as well. And even just walking around, my foot is sore, but trust me, I'll be right. I know a lot of people get concerned about, are you going to be okay, all that sort of stuff. I'm going to be fine. My body recovers incredibly fast. It's ridiculous. I never miss a game. I barely miss training sessions, but... You know, I just think it was smart to sit out. So lunchtime, and then we'll get into game analysis. Alright, I had to have a shower to get myself prepped. I've been pretty lazy. I don't know, this heat's really taking it out of me. It's the first real hot day in a while in Australia. As you guys can see right here, a little bit of a leak. Not that one, don't like that one. But I wasn't completely sold on Rise Plus. I don't know, Seva could be the brand. Seva could be the competitor
of Nike and Adidas, Siva could take over the world. I don't know. I'm just saying. So moving on, game analysis time. I thought, okay, I want to analyse a winger who plays really good football with wingers. Well, you just can't go past Manchester City, can you? So we got Leroy Sané and Sterling. I think Sterling has been having a phenomenal season. I'm going to go with Sterling for, well, I don't know, because I can. And we'll sit down, analyse him, and it's going to be easy as that. So let's get to it. I had to stop my match analysis because dinner has been made. As you guys can see, we got coleslaw, potato salad. What's that, a chop?
Piece of steak.
Piece of steak. Yeah, piece of steak. What am I on about? South African sausage, bread. Thank you to Claire.
Pleasure.
And then it's Isaac's birthday as well, so happy birthday, Isaac.
Cute.
And then Dad. Anything to say? Dinner over. Now let's get back to work. As usual, let me take you through the notes. My brain gets fried. You can only really do game analysis. Well, not for so long. I only got to, what minute? I think this is the 22nd minute or something like that. 23rd minute I managed to get to, and that's all I got. 1, 2, 3, 4 points. And usually I get to 2 pages and a little bit, sometimes 1.5. Now you guys can see the points that I wrote on screen now. And for me, what I really noticed, one of the big things was Sterling was positioning himself more so to help the team. And when I say that, okay, the ball goes down the left a lot with Manchester City. I don't know whether it's just this game, but that's what was happening. And he positioned himself further away from the play. As you can see with the 12-10 point, positions himself outside of the 5, which is the left back, creating space for Bernardo Silva to run in between the 4 and the 5, the 2 centre backs, the left back and the centre back. And so by him positioning himself in that way, he doesn't want the ball in that position. He's doing it so Bernardo Silva can have a chance through on goal, you know, just creating confusion amongst the defenders. And then the other thing I noticed, we'll go into 707, holds onto the ball upon receiving, moving 6 players, but most importantly, allowed Bernardo Silva to receive close, dragging the 4 out of position. So what I found is when Sterling received the ball, he would hold on to it, wait, and then make his decision. And he would let the ball sit still until somebody has moved out of position in order to give him the advantage. So for this one, it moved the 4 out of position. He played Bernardo Silva, and then he ran into the space, which the 4 left missing. So you really got to think in these things. It's a shame you only get 4 points sometimes. I could have gone away with this with 1 point. You could go away with 20. It's kind of, you know, it depends on the game and it depends what's happening. But yeah, good to get that done. Stoked. Now with game analysis done, it's time to head off to the gym. Man, this is just hard work. A triple session day. Yeah, I didn't get the most out of the first session this morning, but man, it's still tough. Incredibly tough out here. But why do we do it? Because we love the game, man. We love this game. Grind don't stop, baby. Grind don't stop. This is sort of the time, remember I've told you guys about David Goggins, the guy who told everyone not to listen to music while they work out. Because when you need to get yourself up mentally for it, when it's tough on the field, you don't have a pair of headphones. So he kind of said to everyone, well, go out there and just work. So this is the time where it's mentally tough. I need to focus. I need to get in there and build up the mental strength to get the most out of this session. So that's what I'm going to try and do. I forgot my card again. Super sorry, my GoPro recording messed up. So this is what I got for you. Dumbbell bench press there. I only managed to get to 25 kilos. I'll try and push for 27.5 very soon. And then this is my quarter squats. Remember, these aren't full squats. I managed to get to 115, or it was 105. I think it was 115 kilos. So really good effort there. Stoked with that. Awesome gym sesh. Another session ticked off. It's tough. Super tough. I'm feeling it, man. The seated rows that I did were incredibly hard. I really pushed myself there. Far out. It is so hard. And every set, every rep, I'm there going, I want to be the best. So I gotta push. I have to push here. If I want to make it somewhere, I gotta push this rep. And I gotta push the next rep and the next rep. It's just how I work. So heading home now. I got my protein shake here, but I'm also going to have a smoothie a little bit later on. Sesh that, good sesh. I am so tired. I've made my smoothie there. I don't even want to put honey on it. I think how I'm gonna eat this is put my head down, close my eyes, and literally just do that until it's done. I just want to go to bed. I'm tired. This is the grind as well. Getting food into me when I'd much rather just get off to bed, man. I want to be going to sleep. But these are the sorts of things that you gotta do. Like I've told you guys before, the stories of rugby league players who need to get massive and they'll set alarms for 3 AM in the morning, wake up, scull a protein shake, go back to bed. Do you think they want to do that? I don't think so, but it's a sacrifice they make to get to the top. It's the little things that count. Smoothie done, time for bed. Update on my foot. It is feeling like much better. This is the sort of thing I'm talking about. Sometimes it can be really sore and then I recover very quickly. It's just how my body is. So stoked with that. I should be able to get out for a session tomorrow and then we'll see how that goes. So gonna end the vlog there. Team Tweety, I'm signing out. Make sure you leave a like on the show, subscribe around here, join the journey. I'll see you around this video. Bye.